Hello folks, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. So in the last episode we continued our progress against Naggarond here. Went to peace with Clan Rictus down here just to buy some time. And now it's time that we move on Naggarond itself. So let's build, let's see, do we have a place? Well, let's build that there in the Plain of Spiders. Alright. So here at the Temple of Cain, we are, looks like we're still building up our forces a little bit. I can afford to bring in some local forces, so you know what, I'm going to do that as well. At the start of the game, oftentimes it's kind of better to just end up bringing in the forces, re-recruiting them, rather than going through all of the effort to actually wait for them to restore themselves, because otherwise it just takes a while, and we want to get this assault done pretty soon before they can gather their forces again. Alright. So, King Jenna there is, well, he's pretty much done with all of his stuff. He's maxed out. We have Prince Isof here. What was it going to do with you? Was it going to add you to Khatep's army? Let's see, we have a Prince, Necrotect, Lich Priest. I think I was going to add you to... Oh no, you are going to be my anti-hero dude. That's what you are. So let's try and use you against this Death Hag there. And critical success, nice. Those are always nice to see happen. Alright, nothing really else that I can do for this turn. So we'll just end it here and see what Naggarond might be doing. Also, I wonder if in this Mortal Empire's Let's Play, if the Empire will actually survive. I know in the other Mortal Empires game that I've done with Arkan, the Empire seems to fall pretty quickly, which is kind of sad. The Orcs are definitely the bigger menace, it seems, in, well, at least in that Let's Play it was. Though they were eventually kind of taken out by the vampires as well as my forces as well, so we'll see what happens. Alright, reinforce the workers, or, well, I want to do servant sacrifice. I can take the hit to growth. Taking the hit to casualty replenishment, not so good. Alright, so how are our forces looking? They're at 20 and they are at 20. Now I could trespass against Hag Grafe there. And move right to Naggarond. Do I have any siege equipment? I do not have any siege equipment. So that could be an issue. And I don't have enough to recruit that. Let's take a look here. So it looks like we could potentially have an issue here. Without siege equipment, if I was to attack Naggarond, their forces could kinda surprise me. So in the meantime, I think I would be better suited. Let's try and see if I can head for Rakdo Gorge there. So let's get you up to about there. Same thing with you. 29. We'll put both of these armies into ambush stance, and hopefully they'll remain ambush stance. Whatever. I know that's not a word, but I've made it a word, so I don't care. And then we'll head on Rakdo Gorge next. Let's scout out a little bit with this guy here. He might be able to give us a little sense of where exactly Naggarond's army is. If I look at the diplomacy screen, Naggarond has 16 settlements, so they actually have quite a bit of territory, which means that their forces could be located anywhere for the time being. Alright, let's end the turn. Ideally, I would take this province and then force Malekith into, like, peace. That probably is my best bet for the moment. Then I can focus on some of the other Dark Elf factions, but again, we'll see how everything plays out. Alright, how much to... well, let's see, we can assassinate. Let's try to assassinate one of these death hags. And success. That helps. Alright, so King Jenna, I'm gonna bring you up. And I'll just bring my other force up as well, so we can take that relatively quickly. Well, not relatively quickly, but relatively painlessly, I guess. So we'll just auto-resolve it. Nothing major as far as damage goes. I can get 2841 from sacking it, but... oh... this is the stuff that gets difficult to decide. Do you sack it and get the money, or do you occupy it and get the land? You know what, we're gonna occupy it. I don't want to build up the Temple of Cain just in case we lose it. So for the time being, I'm gonna do Kragroth Deep. Let's see, yes, they're the next closest as far as potentially losing themselves. Alright, Jenna, let's see what to do with you. Well, we can do reanimate now, but I think I'm going to do the Arrows of Asaph. Give us a boost to our archers. Necrotect guy. Well, we don't have any constructs going yet, so I'll just continue to boost him overall. So Rakdo Gorge here. Let's build this mortuary house so we can get some defenses going. Now if we look at Naggarond itself, it looks like all of its defenses are because of the main city tile. So interesting.
Scrolls. Not to be trusted. Thus, attend. Brutal fool. Submit to your king.
Okay, so I do have the Tomb Guard with Khatep here. Let's see, what should be our next step? I could bring him closer to the Temple of Cain. Let's see. So, those guys are not at war with Naggarond. Altar of Ultimate Darkness does have walls. Let's end the turn here and just see what happens. I suppose one option would be using my Necrotect. I believe it's the Necrotect to damage the walls of this little province, which will allow me to attack it right away. That might be what I ultimately choose to do. And Lothern is now declaring war against Clan Karan there. Interesting. Oh no! Prince Isfaf is wounded. And there's another group of guys going about. Also, I realize now that I have not been doing my setup here, so that will leave, make them fast speed, and then this will turn off. So that way, since we now are starting to see some other forces, our turns are a little quicker. Alright, so we were going to take our Necrotect, bring him up here. You can't do it all in one turn, but he'll at least be able to move up there. In frozen regions. Well, that's not good. We'll bring them there for now. And then put them into an ambush stance so they're hidden. And then well, I guess let's just see what happens. My strategy relies on my sabotage of the walls to actually work. If it doesn't work, we might be in trouble. Alright, hopefully this will work. That's really expensive for damaging walls. Pretty much takes all of our income, and it failed. Well, we could move to attack. The only thing is that we're gonna have to do this real quick here. Or I could move on Harkaldra. Well, let's see. Or I could just go into raiding stance. I suppose we could just go into raiding stance. So let's do this. Raiding stance. Oh, I should probably put them into raiding stance first before they enter the territory. Okay. Alright, let's just wait for now. At least we're gonna be bringing in a little bit more money. Tragroth, we'll leave you like that. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else for us to do right now. Let's end it and see what exactly Malekith is going to do. Oh, jeez. Well, they blocked our army. That's not good. But if that's the worst that they've done to us... Still a failure. Come on.
Attend your king, slaves. Death to them. Each lord of
Alright, so our best bet here is really to do it with siege towers. I don't like this. I hope that we'll have enough field of view. But this could go very bad. Okay, well, Clan Naggarond is currently at war with Lothern, which is going to give them something to focus on. So let's move up here. I might have to bring that army into play to hopefully help us out a little bit. I may have made a horrible mistake on choosing not to trespass on Clan Naggarond and go for Naggarond. But then again, we didn't have a siege weapon either, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I definitely understand why Khatep is considered a hard start, though. And they're trying to wound my heroes now. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna do the treasury, get what we can from that. Let's see. Oh, lovely. So we do take attrition even though we're sieging. See, that does. I thought that didn't happen generally, but if that's the case, yeah, we're gonna want to attack. So let's go into a regular stance. And let's move and take him out. Let's fight it. Hopefully we do well. Alright, so we're going to want some of our anti-infantry forces to be on these siege towers. So drop those. We'll put tomb guards on them.
I'm ready. Ustawisz Petra.
We almost got our Tomb Guard on the walls. Now hopefully they'll do well against those Black Art Corsairs. They do have less armor, but I think my Tomb Guard do have better melee defense and attack. And with a little buffing, they should do even better. Let's see. So we can give them physical resistance. Probably best to do that when they're first starting out here. And should probably boost their attack as well. Let's see. Weapon damage and armor piercing. Yes. Ow, that hurt a little bit. That little attack they just did. Hopefully Group 2 should be able to head in and take those, take down the gate there, and then they'll be able to move in while we're keeping these forces distracted. Come on, you guys, head in and attack that gate. That's not what I wanted. Continue. I wanted to just deselect, but I ended up selecting that thing itself. Oh yeah, I should probably actually move these forces in to head up there and support our forces. Well, they're sending all their forces against my group of halberds there. But my Ushabti should give them a little surprise. And they flee like the cowards they are.
It is as it should be.
Thieves and usurpers!
Well, making gradual progress. Let's get those guys into that position.
Where are my
You join with them.
those? The scrolls. It's Lord of Henry. Arise. Nehekara rises from the sands. The realm of souls fills with my foes.
Now, obviously, the question becomes, where exactly is Naggarond next going to send their forces? I suppose we'll find out. But at least Har Kaldra there should fall pretty quickly to my forces once we're able to move in the next turn.
Attend your king, slaves. I deign to move.
Also, in the next turn, I should check and see if the Altar of Ultimate Darkness has a particular building or not for us. Ah, they're wounding our... I need my one guy back, my agent killer, so I can start to work on these ones again. Because more than anything, my heroes are what definitely help me in these battles.
Living Druchii, the worst.
There he is. Alright. Let's get you heading back up over here. Gradually, anyways.
Your advice. Strive to greatness. Obey me. I suspect treachery.
Alright. Let's see. Khatep, your forces are pretty much all restored. Same with Jenna there. So let's move a little bit. And then head back into our little stance there. It does suck that going through this territory causes a good amount of attrition. I probably should work on building a force that can reduce the attrition that we take. But I don't know. We'll see.
Foretold days. No. Submit to your king.
And don't tell me that they're going to be able to attack right away there. Alright, so Aphoth there, those guys are about to attack, so let's get to the Temple of Cain.
Naggarond rises from the sands. My dynasty reigns supreme. Legions rise. I refuse.
So here we have Malekith. Now, fortunately, I still have my Lich Priest of Death that I could use against him. They do have artillery. That's concerning.
Naggarond rises from the sands.
Alright, we're gonna do this. I am definitely concerned, especially at the amount of attrition we're taking. But if we can take out Malekith here, as well as take this area, we'll be much better. Okay. We have our forces set up. Let's see what we can do. And hopefully, I don't suppose it'll show me where my forces are coming from. I don't think it does. I think it just shows the map, yeah. Hopefully my reinforcements don't come from a stupid position.
Druchii kalt. Ustawisz Petra. Ustawisz Petra. Ustawisz Petra.
Alright, so we have our line set up here. We'll wait for our reinforcements to come in, and then we can make our move. Biggest concern is definitely going to be the artillery that they bring, because I really don't have anything to go up against that. Fortunately, we're right outside of range of their Reaper Bolt Thrower, so that'll give us at least a little something. Giving some time for our forces to enter position. And let's see. What's my miscast chance on this thing? Actually, he doesn't have a miscast chance, it looks like. Well, that's something good. I can't quite reach Malekith yet, though. We're still... he has to get a little bit closer. I really hope that my plan here works, because if it doesn't, we're in trouble. Hopefully I'll be able to use my skeleton warriors to sort of take up some of the fire from that bolt thrower as the rest of our force moves in. Alright, everything should be good. We'll move up a little, make sure the formation is still good. Okay, time to move. The skeleton warriors will sacrifice themselves in the first round of combat. And if we can get close enough, we can use some of our Spirit Leech against Malekith there. How expensive is it going to be? It's going to be 9 to use it. I have 55 in reserve. Hopefully it's enough that we'll be able to use it relatively effectively. Ooh, they just did something to prevent us from using spells. That's not good.
I shall return to King Sothnakta. Ustavish Petra. Exile of Nek.
Hey there, Gavin. Mortal Empires with Khatep's been alright. Certainly things could be going better.
Khatep. Power of the gods. Ustavish Petra. Invocation. I'm ready.
Hey, go away, you little Dark Riders.
To me. I move. My command.
Ah, they've disabled my spells again.
Petra worships me. Stop. Ustavish Petra. Master Sculptor. Necrotect.
I might lose Khatep here. Okay, we took out Malekith. Good. And you guys try and do a little something here. Okay, I think their forces are breaking now. How do you feel about the RP playthrough? Personally, I like it. You know, I mean, it's a work in progress, I guess, you know. I like it. I have ideas with it. It's just, I don't know. As always, it's always hard to cut down playthroughs to so much time. Like, one little blooper, if you call it, was, kind of had to resurrect Moses there because, in one of the battles that I didn't show, because this was just a side battle that I didn't include because trying to do this all in 30 minutes, you know, you only have so much time you can do things. So, one of the battles, Moses and Gavino were defending a location, and Moses was killed in the battle. Whoops. So I had to go back and kind of recreate him. Whoops.
Soul Grey. Triumphant Khatep.
Ah, I can't do anything with him. Grr. Oh well. No, Moses. Yes, poor Moses was killed in battle.
Absolution.
Alright, what else was I going to include here? Probably combine some of these guys a little.
The day of awakening.
So I can do one skeleton, one warrior, and let's see, what else do I have available? I don't have any carrion in this army. And you know what, since I am waiting for this tomb guard, let's bring in 2 things of Nehekara warriors. I think you're doing great work with it. It's fun to watch and it's nice and short because sometimes I just don't have the time to watch a 2-hour vid. So the 30-minute ones are super nice. Yeah, I was hoping it would be a nice little change of pace. Provide something else. And then in a different format, so I'm glad to hear that you like it. Plus it's obvious that you put in a lot of work with it. Love the persona you chose. Yeah, you know, it's been something that I've been thinking about for a while. Sort of Anubis, the character in the Tomb, well, the Tomb King character anyways, has his own goals, and I have a little plot set out for what he's going to do and that sort of thing, so we'll see how it develops. Alright, so we have that Altar of Ultimate Darkness. That, I don't really need this Funerary District anymore, even though it does give me a nice little 115, so we'll demolish that. Rakdo Gorge, I could probably boost that, especially for 280, that's pretty cheap. Let's see, what else? You're there, because that place is about to be attacked. And you... well, let's see. Oh, there they are. Okay, well, let's end the turn now, I'm thinking. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about the RP series is so far I haven't had much luck as far as getting people to interact with me in the series. So, you know, you've been the only one, Gavin, so far who's been loyal. So, and they are attacking. Oh, great, they got artillery. Well, I got my little carrion there, so hopefully that's enough. I guess we're just gonna have to do the vampire way of things and throw bodies at the problem. It's like you were writing a movie, haha. I think you should burn the dwarves, given how much grief they have given you in the past. It's, well, let's see. I'm not facing the dwarves directly in this one, because it's just the Vortex campaign. So, I can't go against the dwarves directly, so we'll see, though. I took out the one set of dwarves that were in my one area, close to where I started. Forgot what their name was, but I did take care of those dwarves at the very least. And yes, they did give me a whole bunch of trouble. And those friggin' elves, yes. Yeah, I do think I'm going to do something with the elves. I think part of my plan will be to try and take over where the Vortex is located. I know the Vortex has nothing to do with the Tomb King's story, but at the same time, I figure it'd be nice to take it under my control. Alright, let's see how this battle's gonna go. Hopefully we can get close enough to the artillery to take that out. Also looking around, it doesn't look like they have any cavalry, which is at least one good thing going for us. Sorry to hear you haven't had much luck with the RP series. Don't lose hope. Well, appreciate it. Yeah, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know. I understand I'm still a small channel for YouTube, so... it's all one big work in progress. One of these days I might be able to make it full-time. I'd much rather do that than do the casino. Can we hit them? Is it gonna work? Not really, because they're going to respond there. But we can do one little hit and then fall back. Ooh, they have an assassin here. Oh, what the hell? Who's throwing all that crap against us? I have no idea who did. I'm trying to look and see. Oh, you know what? They have a black arc here, I think. I think that's what's causing those bombardments. I love how magic can totally change the battlefield. Yes. For better or worse, unfortunately. Yeah, I was wondering where those bombardments were coming from, because I didn't see any mages around. But now that I think about it, I remember seeing something about a black arc being brought forth. And that is probably what it was. Come on, archers. Fire on that death hag. Take her out. We've almost got the assassin down. What's his missile resistance anyways? Only 15, so he doesn't have too much resistance. That's a pretty strong move, does a lot of damage and morale damage. Yeah, whatever, I used to remember, but the Dark Elves were like the first faction that I ever played in Warhammer 2, so it's been a while since I've played them. But the Black Ark does have some pretty nice abilities. It's just a matter of keeping the Black Ark alive long enough for you to be able to use it. Alright, time to bring our Tomb King into the battle there. Actually, I probably should have brought him into the battle earlier, but I haven't given him much in the way of strong abilities when it comes to attacking, so I've been a little hesitant about it. Okay, the Death Hag is fleeing. Let's see if we can take her out. Finish her off. Let's see. That Dreadlord is still at pretty much full health, but my Naggarond warriors might be able to change that.
Worships me. Sacrifice them.
This is the bad thing about when it comes to using these guys at the start is Tomb Kings starting off have a lot of just kind of crappy units. The Skeleton Warriors and Spearmen and all of that, they don't do too much starting off. And this guy has to... Oh, a potion of healing. Okay. I was like, what did you just have? Are they cheap? Actually, Tomb Kings are really cheap. Like, as in no upkeep and no cost overall. So, that's the one good thing about the Tomb Kings. The Skeleton Spearmen and Warriors, you can build an unlimited amount of. The other units, like Naggarond warriors and archers and that sort of thing, those units are based off of, they have a unit cap that is increased with each of the different buildings that you make, as far as military buildings go. So yes, they are cheap, which kind of describes why they fall apart so easily, but still would rather have some better units, but eventually we'll get some better ones going. a really interesting dynamic that the Tomb Kings have versus other forces. So it's pretty neat, I'll say. And the Tomb Kings can definitely be overpowered late game. It's just a matter of getting to that point with them. So, and for Khatep, that can be a little difficult. Alright, so we lost 1481 versus the 339. So yes, these guys are very cheap. But we survived it. 840 in treasury, canopic jars, or that. We'll do the can't talk. Canopic jars. Also, it looks like they were attacking the Hmong up there. I think that's the Hmong. Chaos. Norska tribe, whatever. Alright, so you try and take out that girl there. Only a 26% chance. Ugh, we're trying it. Critical failure. Oh. Reminds me of the Skaven when I rewatched your playthrough. In some ways, it is kind of similar. The Tomb Kings and the Skaven. And I'll probably say the Skaven probably helped prepare me for playing the Tomb Kings. It seems weird thinking about it, but I think it's relatively true. Alright, so Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Just for the record, it does not look like you can build something there for you. So let's start work on those open graves.
Nehekara rises from the sands. Nehekara rises from the sands.
That Shrock Tech mount, I really do want to build this Bone Shaper thing. Because eventually I can get the Screaming Skull catapult and finally have some siege equipment. And also get chariots. Yeah, I guess we can start on that. And let's do the other defensive building. And that pretty much takes away almost all of the stuff that I had. Alright, what else do I want to do? You know what, let's just do that full group of skeleton archers.
Nehekara rises from the sands.
I really wish there was more that I could do, but there's really not, so let's just end the turn and see what happens. I know they're attempting to try and come over and attack us. But yeah, going back to what I was saying and what you were saying, Gavin, was I do think the Skaven did provide me some of the basics to be ready for the Tomb Kings. A good portion of it is being able to buff your units, with this, which the Skaven do use a lot with their filth power, whatever. I forgot what it's called again. But they do that. What else do we have? Well, late game is pretty similar. Well, not too similar. Like Skaven late game relies a lot on artillery. Tomb King late game relies a lot on monsters, the constructs and that sort of thing. Stray slaves, men whose flesh still crowds their bones, with hearts that continue to beat, have been found wandering the land. Throwing themselves upon our mercy, they beg for their lives and the freedom to return to their faraway homes. What should we do? We can leave them wander, lost to the desert, which hurts our public order by 8, that's kind of bad. Or we can make them living servants. We take a hit to diplomatic relations, but we're really not making any allies right now anyway, so you know what, we'll do that. Take the boost to growth. Although we are losing, why are we getting so much? Oh, you know what? I bet you that we have Marathi doing stuff around here. Because we're getting a whole bunch of chaos corruption from osmosis. So that would be my guess, that either that or some chaos tribe is moving, or Beastman tribe is moving around down here. And they may have taken out where the Skaven are or something like that.
Khatep.
Alright, I should bring in some forces here. Oh yeah, I did lose that group of skeleton archers. Well, we'll bring in this one. What else? A whole bunch of skeleton warriors? I guess we could do that. And then maybe some carrion to finish it off. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. So we'll do 4 skeleton warriors and some carrion there. Yeah, that'll work. And how much longer till I get my other tomb prints back? Khatep? Oh, however you pronounce that. Soon we'll get them back. There he is. He's back with us. Okay. So we're going to bring you over here. Let's get rid of this group of skeleton warriors. Or actually, we'll get rid of that one we were training. So one more turn and we'll be able to finally head out and approach Naggarond there. I do wonder if I should go up against some of those forces that are around there, but at the same time, it's like, well, we'll wait. Okay, so we got our extra skeleton archer that we can build, and we'll do a couple more warriors, and then, I don't know. We could do that. We could do some chariots, but I might do a specific chariot army instead. I have to fight every urge to go at this in a more confrontational manner. Because I really want to just go out and attack, but at the same time I know doing that could end badly, so. And they're stealing my technology again. Well, someone took out Dagrax's end up there. I don't know if it was the Dark Elves or what, but... Alright, so let's move you out to there. We're not taking as much attrition now. Or not attrition, but chaos corruption now. But it's still a bit of a negative. So let's see. You will do the carrion there. Oh, I can only do 2. So let's do 1 thing of chariots, just for the hell of it. Alright, Naggarond. We're gradually heading for you. And I don't have, just double checking, no siege equipment. One option I could do is attack the Great Arena. Raise that. Oh, geez, you took him out again. Oh, I really hate agents. I really do, sometimes. Except for, like, when you're playing the dwarves. Like, when you play Clan Naggarond, those agents, you can do so much good damage with them, so... I guess I can't complain, you know. I've benefited from agents many a time as well. But it is still a little infuriating when they take out your agents. And of course they have a whole bunch of forces over here.
My dynasty reigns supreme. I deign to move. From the south.
And they're probably going to attack me with like every single little guy that they have. Look at all those Blackguard of Naggarond. Well, there's their Black Ark. Trying to think what our best option would be here. Well, Afof, let's bring you up here. Just to see what happens. And the Skaven are spreading their lovely corruption again. Oh, okay. I just noticed something that I didn't notice before. So, when you take a province that has a unpleasant climate, I thought that its effects would affect everything. But it only affects the public order for the whole province. Everything else remains the same. So if you look at the mausoleum here, I can build that. I can't do it over in Har Kaldra or the Altar of Ultimate Darkness, though. So that's a little something that's kind of neat. Did not know that before. No, go away. Okay, Malekith is moving. They all moved to the great arena there, which would make taking that kinda difficult. So you want a non-aggression pact and you're offering me money for it? Sure.
I keep my own counsel. This way. To be trusted.
Ooh, Hag Rafe is no more. Why is that? Why is that indeed? Oh, now I really want to go and grab it. Is it because of Skaven? Let's see, Temple of Cain, events. I'm guessing it's because of Skaven. Just guessing. Alright, I think I'm just going to leave them there. If I was to go and attack, I can attack Naggarond right away from there, so we'll just leave them there for the moment. Now, how far away did their black arc go? Is it completely out of the range of effect? We'll find out, I suppose. Failure.
Calls. Tend your king, slaves. And camp.
Ridiculous.
Alright, so this thing, I still can't build that yet. I'll need probably at least 2 more turns. Let's end it, see what happens. Trying to think about what I could potentially do here, but I think waiting is just the best bet. No, leave the Temple of Cain alone. You already tried to attack there once.
Perhaps my own. Gods. We never tire. Now we go.
I swear, if this guy alone with his 4 little things attacks and takes that temple, I'm gonna be very unhappy. What did they got there? Ushapti, Naggarond warriors, horsemen, and archers. Okay, so since they're doing that, let's head out towards some of their territory, see if we can cause some disruption. I think I'm just going to wait a moment. So I'll have the money so I can get that and get the siege equipment going. Because if they can leave Naggarond unguarded for a moment, I'll be good. Just need a moment. And they're going to attack now. Well, let's see what happens. Although, I know the Sand Veil, the one stance that I'm in right now, gives Vanguard deployment. Does that give it for the whole army? We're about to find out. If so, that could be useful. I don't think I've actually had a chance to really test that out. It does give Vanguard deployment for the whole army. Okay.
Lord, Tomb King, my will be done.
I really wish I had some better units in this army, but it is what it is.
Sepulchral Majesty. Move, slaves! Tomb King! Curse them! Lord of Naggarond! Ustawisz Petra! Incantation complete! Master of Undead! Khatep! Arise! Ustawisz Petra! To Henry! Ustawisz Petra! Ustawisz Petra! Your king orders death! Naggarond! Ustawisz Petra!
And we're almost completely out of our Winds of Magic here. That's not good. Ah, fudge. We lost one Tomb King, and I don't think that's going to be enough to take out Malekith there.
Ustavish Petra! Lord of Naggarond!
Give me another Shopti. Is it actually going to give it to me, or is it just teasing? Because I've noticed this bug. Oh, it did. Okay, hey, whatever. I've noticed sometimes it shows up twice for some reason. And I think that Ushapti might be just the thing I need to actually win this battle. That Ushapti came through and helped me win it. Thank goodness, because otherwise we were doomed. In hindsight, I think Ushapti are probably something that would be very useful against, well, against some Dark Elves. Like their Blackguards of Naggarond seem to have fallen pretty easily to the Ushapti. Well, they fell apart. Oh well. They were just the spawn. But at the same time, Ushapti are probably very vulnerable to Dark Shards. So it's a give or take. Well, that was a very, very costly victory. Is Jenna still alive somehow? It almost suggests that he is. And here they go attacking here as well. Because the auto-resolve is a little bort, so, but I should be able to defeat these guys, I think. Yeah, this was not a good battle for them. Not a good battle for them at all. Gotta take out as much as possible here. Because, yeah, we want to try and keep them from coming back. Aw. Fortunately, they did send a lesser force there, because if they had sent a full force, yeah, they probably would have won the battle. Raiding and foreign trespasser, lovely. Ah, can't win. So the Hmong are looking for a defensive alliance. Come, let us sign a pact in the blood of our innocents and seal it with the bones of your fathers. Interesting. But no, not really interested in that. Alright, so Jenna did somehow survive that battle. I have no idea how he did it. But he did it, so I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna go against these Redhorn guys. They're in my territory. They shouldn't be in my territory. You know what? We'll just fall back and heal for the moment. We'll be mostly healed up in one turn. How's down here looking? They're still losing as far as this goes. Darn corruption.
My father demands it. Curse them. I have failed, Father.
He still failed, but at least he leveled up in failing, so I'll let him be alright with that. What should I do here anyways? You know what, let's improve his assault garrison.
Land of the dead. Rise. Legions arise. King of Tombs. The Dark Elves know too much.
The Dark Elves know too much? That's an interesting little thing to say. Okay, you know what? I should probably do that to get another Necrotect, probably. I probably should increase my selection of heroes and that sort of thing. 'Cause that will probably be useful. And who has that little banner thing? I can't remember who I gave it to. If I gave it to anyone at all, now that I think about it. Eternal Valley, Highborn. Tell me I did actually give it to someone here. Banner of Swiftness. I didn't give that banner to anyone, did I? Oh wait, no. Not banner, but the Herald of Jaf. So, Khatep has it. Okay. I must have not paid attention. Okay, so I do. Okay. So, what to do? Let's get in some more heroes, I think. So, we'll need another Lich Priest. And is someone out of action for the moment? So that's my Necrotect. He's wounded. Let's see. That is my Lich Priest. You're gonna join that army, and you're just roaming around. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it's looking like we're not gonna take Naggarond here. Unfortunately, we still have a lot of building up to do. I'm gonna need more Tomb Guard definitely before I try to take Naggarond. I think I might want to get some Ushabti as well, but we'll see. Alright, so you were wounded. Let you rejoin that army there. And let's see. We'll do Tomb Strike for you.
I refuse.
I know I need to get some defenses at Rockdoe Gorge, but for the moment I think I'm going to wait. Because doing that is ultimately going to waste more money that I kind of need right now. Malekith spawn are too strong. Well, they are pretty strong, unfortunately.
I deem it.
Okay, so I got myself another hero. Let's do this Hekaneris. He's a proficient caster. And I can give him a boost to his Spirit Leech. What else should I do here? Let's see. Added effect area and extended duration. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. That'll be helpful for lesser units. Yeah, I think for right now, going up against Naggarond, if I want to take Naggarond itself, best bet is going to be building up my forces, and I'm going to need some kind of siege equipment. I know that much. because I'm going to have to attack right away instead of waiting it out. Unless I go out and take out every single other army that's around here. Military access, sure. I can allow it, I suppose. So these guys are all the way down there. Can I move you down here? Let's move you over there. See if you can maybe take him out. Alright, so I'm at 4834. I can build this up. That would be useful. 4800. Yeah, we'll get started on it. Alright, so really not too much else that I can do. Of course, they're building up their forces again. And of course, they really don't have to probably worry about much in the way of upkeep. Because, you know, the AI always cheats. Because that's just what they do. And Naggarond still has 14 settlements. So they must have areas all throughout over here. That's a mess. Go away, little death hag. Haha, critical failure though.
And his mother are nothing.
The son and his mother are nothing? I'm assuming they're talking about Malekith and Marathi there. Alright, one more turn and then we'll have the skull repository. We can start building our little siege equipment. What else do we got going here? Let's do 4 skeleton spearmen for this army. I probably should do more carrion as well, because they seem to work out pretty well.
The scrolls. A worthy servant. My father demands it. Moving.
Alright, probably one more turn after this one, and then that will be it for today. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't make more progress here, but at the same time, as I've said, you don't want to overdo it with, especially with Khatep starting off. I am still very sad that I lost my Hero Titan a couple streams ago, because losing that has definitely hindered my progress. Okay, well at least these guys are now right next to where I need to take them out.
You are wise indeed.
Now they want a military alliance. I'm almost tempted to do it and turn them into my own little, like, group. Sure. I'm gonna regret this in the long run, I think. I just know it. But in the meantime, let's take out the Red Horns. Declare war. Yes. And we're just gonna auto-resolve this one, because, yeah. Goodbye, little beastman. And we finally got that. Or do I want something else here? Let's see. Let's go back for a moment. I can increase Lich stuff. Ooh, leadership. I forgot about this one. I can increase Sandstorm. Grand Hierophant. Arcane Knowledge. Ooh, I don't know what I want. I think I'm going to do Arcane Conduit for now. Then I can start to do some of those other ones. And while I'm thinking about it, let's see. 17. Oh no. If I want to get his Casket of Souls, which would be very useful, I should start with the Skeleton Steed in this one, so we'll do that. I know I sound disappointed at it, but at the same time, it's really what I should do. Alright, what else do we have going on here? So we can finally build up this Altar of Ultimate Darkness again. Or I could do that. Let's see, back over here. It's still going to be a little while before we can take that Crypt Barracks. I should actually, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you over here, and we're going to see if we can take Haggrafe. I hope that Skaven aren't there. I have a feeling they are, though. I'll be most disappointed if they are.
Onwards, legions! Move!
And of course, Malekith is all ready to go again. Okay, just because I want to see, we'll get them, keep them moving over here, and then we'll check out. Yeah, I'm almost sure that's Clan Rictus that's right there. Oh, fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge.
Moving! Make way!
Okay, so we're gonna end this turn, then we'll check out Haggrafe, just to confirm that Clan Rictus is there. And then, well, we'll decide where we go in the next episode. Let's see. Oh, Lothern is at war with Clan Rictus and Naggarond. That could make things interesting. It would certainly present an opportunity for us, so long as they don't take Naggarond, because I want Naggarond for myself, but... And Mung wants a trade agreement, sure. It's always weird trading with Norska tribes. But I guess it actually, in the lore, kind of makes sense. I think, because I think the Norska aren't always necessarily horrible primitives. I think, to an extent, they're actually relatively decent in one way or another. Alright, so let's confirm Haggrafe is under Clan Rictus control, and they are. They only have a little thing here, which really makes it tempting to take, but I suppose I should just accept it and not attack them yet. And, okay, so they do have a military alliance with Naggarond. That's interesting. Alright, folks, so for the next episode, we're going to have to decide how we go about taking Naggarond. So Malekith has a whole bunch of forces here. Look at that artillery and then all his blackguards. That's going to be such a pain. I might need to get some Ushabti going to try and take care of some of them. Beyond that, yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. But yes, hopefully then I'll finally be able to take Naggarond. Alright folks, if you liked it, be sure to leave a like on the video. As always, never be afraid to leave a comment on how I'm doing, or if you have any questions on the Tomb Kings or Khatep in particular. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Alright folks, see you next time.